sat down to write this speech a couple hours ago, and I was trying to think of something that could sum up this moment. Something that would sum up all the good as well as the bad times spent here at Oil City High School. You know, a few quotes and lessons came to mind, but there was one in particular that stood out to me. It is an age-old proverb, if you will, proclaimed by a wise man. If you ain't first, you're last. But then I got to thinking, and I realized every person here is first at something. Paul, you're eating champion of the world, and you have a belt to prove it. And Zach, you can power slide like no other. Olivia, you'll get there someday. And don't forget Ben, who has broke every athletic record known to man. Everyone here has their own special talent, and it just so happens that mine is looked highly upon in this establishment. If you have learned anything from the last 4 years, I hope it's the fact that everyone here has different abilities and skills which make you all capable of being successful someday. It just depends on how hard you're willing to work for it. And the best part about this whole thing is you don't even have to be first. You can be second, third, fourth. Heck, you can even be 97. Keep up the good work, Josh. Let's face it, we aren't all going to grow up to be billionaires. I might, but that's besides the point. As long as you find something that you love to do and truly makes you happy, then you're just as successful as the next guy in my book, even though that probably doesn't mean much to anyone. High school is quite the odd experience. The first day we walked through those double doors, all I remember is thinking is, get me the heck out of this place. I don't know if it was the hairy and scary seniors, could have been the public displays of affection at every corner, or maybe it was the spitwads on the bus. But I just had a feeling this place wasn't for me. But then, the closer and closer we got to graduation, the more and more money I would have offered Mr. Saul to let me say. We became the scary seniors. Our administration posted a sign on every square foot of the building standing PDA, and Mr. Haber gave me a license so I could drive to school. I don't know what he was thinking. This place became a second home to a lot of us, teaching us more life skills than we probably ever needed to know. We've learned how to be responsible, respect others, meet deadlines, and we've also mastered the art of procrastination, which I think is the most vital skill I'm going to take away from high school. There's no assignment that can't be overcome through very little planning and a lot of panic. And after the last 4 years, I'm now convinced a cure for cancer could be developed in one evening if scientists just put it off until the night before it was due. We're now moving on to the real world, a place full of broken dreams, global warming, and plenty of E. coli to go around. On second thought, maybe the spitwads weren't all so bad. But seriously, the world isn't that bad of a place. It's obviously going to be a little scary at first, but as long as you avoid the bad and embrace the good, then I promise life will guide you to the place you belong. Be patient though, because he does have 6 billion people to take care of. And now to wrap this up, I would like to thank the very special people who I probably could have got here without, but it was still nice to have their help along the way. Mrs. Len, and your ever so subtle orders. Mrs. Hardy, for beating the senioritis out of me. Mr. Harriet's very graceful greetings to school every morning. Mrs. Scott's always in tune rendition of It's Graduation Project Day. Mrs. Bergard, for physically forcing me into AP English and always giving me a room to chill in. Mr. Levan, for pretending not to notice while we Facebook during class. And my mom, for scheduling all those dentist appointments when I couldn't handle to be at school any longer. And I can't forget the rest of my family and friends who have taught me that there's more to life than just academics. You have all helped to make this high school experience unforgettable, and words can't describe how much I'm going to miss you guys. Well, I guess this is goodbye. No matter what the future brings you, remember to always keep your family close. Should things go wrong, they're your most likely source for an emergency blood transfusion or even a spare kidney. Be nice to your friends too, assuming they have the same blood type as you. If not, you may want to make better friends. And by the way, I'll be meeting any type A positives in the parking lot after this is over. And now I'll leave you all this evening with one final reminder. Never let anyone change who you are. Never do anything if it doesn't make you happy. Try not to take life too seriously. And always remember to have some fun along the way. Congratulations, class of 2011. We did it.